Stuck in a village for 9 months and unable to return to his job in Saudi Arabia, Sugathan P.R is hoping the World Health Organization will approve the COVID-19 shot Covaxin, paving the way for his trip back. Like Mr Sugathan, millions of Indians have taken Covaxin and many have complained of travel struggles as the vaccine has not been recognized for international travel by several countries. Meanwhile, majority of people have a question in their minds how PM Modi traveled abroad. He got Covaxin jab. They have been discussing the issue on social media platforms. Modi could travel abroad even before its approval by World Health Organization, but we couldn't, a social media user commented. How Modi traveled US? He got Covaxin, right? Another user asked, how could PM Modi visit US where Covaxin is not approved? Mamta Banerjee asked during his visit to US. Took my first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine at AIIMS. Remarkable how our doctors and scientists have worked in quick time to strengthen the global fight against COVID-19. I appeal to all those who are eligible to take the vaccine. Together, let us make India COVID-19 free. PM Modi tweeted on March 1, 2021 after receiving the first dose of Covaxin. I cannot continue to remain idle here any further, said 57-year-old Sugathan, who returned to Pandalam village in Kerala in January to be with his family after missing his father's funeral last year when the pandemic disrupted flights. I had the option of going to Saudi and taking additional doses of Covishield after a few-day institutional quarantine, but I was not sure of its implications on my health, said Mr Sugathan, referring to AstraZeneca's vaccine. If the Covaxin approval does not come, I will take the risk of going and taking a Saudi-approved vaccine, he added, sitting in his spacious two-story house fronted by paddy fields. WHO Chief Scientist Soumya Swaminathan said after a meeting on Tuesday that its independent experts had sought additional clarifications from Covaxin maker Bharat Biotech for a final assessment on November 3. The global agency has been deliberating on data supplied by Bharat Biotech since early July, but has said it cannot cut corners in making a decision. Without a WHO note, the two-dose Covaxin is unlikely to be accepted as a valid vaccine globally and would complicate travel plans for Indians who have taken it. Rajan Pallivada Kechil Unnuni, 59, who worked in Kuwait as a welder for 2 decades before flying to India late last year, has been unable to go back as Kuwait does not recognize Covaxin. He is now struggling to repay his $20,000 bank loan selling chicken at a small stall in Kerala and making $4 a day. If I cannot go back to Kuwait, I will not be able to repay the loan and complete the education of my children, said Rajan, seated on a plastic stool in front of his shop. I can buy a ticket to Kuwait only if the Kuwait Governor app shows a green signal. News Desk Kaumudy, Global.